It's a great day, my amazing CEOs. Welcome to the CEO Sales Huddle. My name is Jay Brown, and today we're resetting the moment where growth is either sustained or quietly just leaks away. And most leaders believe that revenue grows when deals close. That's not true, but it is incomplete. Closing creates income. Repeat business creates stability. A deal can win in the moment, but loyalty really wins the future. And here's the reality. Most businesses don't struggle to get customers. They struggle to keep belief alive after the first transaction. See, customers don't leave because the product failed. They leave because relationships kind of went silent. Repeat business is not accidental. It's engineered at its core, at its heart. So it's the result of how people feel after a sale is completed. That's where the business takes place. So today is not about chasing more leads. It's about honoring the ones who already trusted us once, or at least one time. Because here's what I want you to know. The fastest path to growth is not convincing someone new. It's re-earning belief from someone who already said yes. So we're studying a real business. We're reinforcing real discipline. And we're strengthening the behaviors that turn transactions into long-term relationships. So lock in, remove distraction. And let's step into today's case study so we understand it. If it's worked for someone else, it'll also work for us as well. So let me just give you something really to think about. Let me give you something to think about for a moment as we get started. Number one, most businesses don't lose because they're bad. They lose because no one can feel what they stand for. And people can't feel it. And when they can't feel it, they won't buy it. That is why this business case matters the most to me. See, Jaden Smith didn't just open another restaurant. Okay, he opened something that he truly believed in, and the restaurant's called I Love You Restaurant. Here's the problem that even Jaden had, who had a famous father, by the way. Here's what he had. The problem he saw was food insecurity isn't just about hunger, it's about dignity. So traditional charity models separate people into categories: those who give, those who receive. Good intentions, broken experience. And the broken experience doesn't really scale. So Jaden did something different. He created a pay it forward restaurant. See, people with money pay full price or more. People without money eat the same meal in the same space. No labels, no explanations, no special lines, no reduced menus. Everyone is just a customer. Now, I want you to listen closely to what I have to say here. This isn't about charity. It's about positioning. The name I Love You does more selling than most marketing campaigns. Before you see the menu, you feel the mission. That's not accidental. That's called clarity. And clarity builds trust faster than persuasion ever will. Here's my big takeaway. The sales lesson. People don't buy because they understand. They buy because they believe you. And the belief starts when your message is simple enough to feel, not just explain. Everything about this model is aligned. The food is healthy. The experience is quality. The story is built into the transaction. Some people eat there. And you know what they do? They leave knowing one thing. Because I ate today, someone else did too. That story sticks. That sticky story creates loyalty. But the real fire is the system. There's no donation form, no awkward moment, no pressure to be generous. Giving is automatic. Friction is removed. And when you remove friction, participation goes up. Let me say that again. When you remove friction, participation goes up, up, up. That's sales leadership. If generosity requires effort, it won't scale. If your mission lives outside your sales process, it will stay small. And if your offer needs explaining, your position is broken. Here's my big takeaway. Jaden didn't scale food. He scaled meaning. I love you works because purpose and process operating together. Impact without a sales system starts small. A sales system without a purpose stays hollow. But when belief is baked into the sale, people don't need to be convinced. They just choose to participate. I think about business like a bridge. On one side is what you sell. On the other side is your customer and who they want to become and the problem they want to solve. Sales is the structure that allows them to cross without fear. So build the bridge right, and people will walk willingly. So here's your sales huddle question. Where is your mission adding friction? So what I want you to do is remove it. With that being said, my name, by the way, is Shay Brown. I'm honored to serve you today. I'm honored to be here. And thank you so much for inviting us into your home or into your office or wherever you are today. Now we return to the CEO's true responsibility, right? Sales does not end when money changes hand. Sales continues until trust is reinforced. Let me say that again. Our number one job as CEOs is to focus on sales. Focus on sales. Focus on sales. Focus on sales. When I say focus on sales, repeat after me. Focus on sales. Because if you can't focus on sales, you can't be in business. As a CEO, you own the relationship. You own the experience. You own what happens after the first yes. Because if you can't focus on sales, there'll always be more money going out than there is coming in. Why do I say that? Because sales is the oxygen for every great business in history. And without sales, well, there's more money going out than there is coming in. Let me go ahead and say this and get this and make sure you get this right away. Selling is serious, serious business. Let me say it again. Selling is serious, serious, serious business. So say this with me. I must learn, I must earn, and I must return. I must learn from my customer to earn their trust so I can return and reinvite belief. I must learn, I must earn, and I must return. But there's another reason why we're here. Because learning builds relevance, earning builds confidence, and return builds loyalty. Repeat business is what happens when leadership refuses to disappear after the sale. So let's move on to today's objectives. And our objectives every morning: remain consistent. And here are today's objectives inside the CEO Sales Huddle. Objective number 1, identify what customers disengage after the first transaction. Objection number 2 is address any roadblocks. We're going to strengthen what happens in the roadblocks. And objection number 3 is making sure that we understand the sales process and what it takes to go through. Now, for those folks that are out there, I want you to repeat after me. There are 5 pillars that every CEO must know and understand. And those 5 pillars are a one-page CEO sales plan, a sales cycle, a sales message, and the CEO sales dashboard, and the sales team. Now, if you're out there listening right now, I want you to tune in with me right now, follow along with me right now, because you can see me, but I can't see you. Look below the video and put hashtag I'm here. The question I get asked often is, what's the purpose of the CEO Sales Huddle? And the CEO Sales Huddle is a place where CEOs go to understand how to sell more faster, easier, with less effort. But we don't stop there. We have built in a system that allows us to show up for 15 minutes a day. And in that 15 minutes a day, then this is what we will do. We'll focus on one area, and we have one goal. And that goal in that 1,440 minutes every day is $100,000 a month of consistent, predictable, reliable revenue. Now, to do that, we had to come up with a system. And the system we came up with is the CEO Sales Dashboard. The CEO Sales Dashboard has key metrics: leads, appointments, offers, deals, and repeat business. Now, here's what I want you to know. We've created the dashboard. You can download the dashboard. You can go to CEOSalesHuddle.com, download the dashboard. Once you get the dashboard, I want you to track your leads, track your appointments, track your offers, track your deals. What gets measured gets managed. What gets managed gets better. Whoa, what a concept. And we have a way for you to do that. Now, as you're watching right now, we're going to move over and we're going to address our wins, because powerful people ask powerful questions. Why? Because questions steer focus. And in this life, you get what you focus on. So the 3 questions we're going to ask ourselves is, number 1, what are you most proud of in the sales department? Number 2, what was your biggest accomplishment in the sales department? Number 3, just think about yesterday. What do you want to brag about yesterday? Like, whoa, I can't wait to just brag about this yesterday. There were some wins yesterday that really made a difference and a huge impact for you. Powerful people ask powerful questions. Now, as you're going through the CEO dashboard, as you show up every single morning as the CEO, I want you to go to the other side now. And on the other side, I want you to think through, what are the hurdles? Because every day is not rainbows, cupcakes, and unicorns. So let's look at a couple of hurdles that you may have had just in the business. And I think this is important. Sometimes people skip over this, but this is important. Number one, what was your biggest roadblock yesterday in the sales department? Number two, what's preventing you today from moving forward in the sales department? And number three, what's the one thing you can do that if you did it, it would move your life and or business forward? You see, powerful people ask powerful questions because questions their focus. And in this life, you get exactly what you focus on. So I want you to focus on making sure that you have clients who believe in you and where you are. My message of the day is simple. It's one word, it's loyalty. Revenue grows when leaders stay present after the sale. The lesson from today's case study is simple. Strong business don't rely on transactions. They rely on systems that invite people back. Repeat business is not luck. It is leadership finishing the relationship. If growth feels unstable, don't chase more, care deeper. Loyalty creates lifetime value. Lifetime value creates stability, and stability creates scale. With that being said, my name is Shay Brown, host of the CEO Sales Huddle. Make it a great day, everyone, and I promise you we'll make some good things happen when we connect next time. And remember, you don't need more hustle. You need a sales department system. God bless and keep doing God's work. I'll see you again next time. Peace, everybody. Bye-bye.